lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all happy and healthy today. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Bluey. So today we are going to do a video basically on reasons why I became a minimalist. So if that interests you and you would like to stick around and see that, grab your cup of whatever beverage you are in the mood for. This morning I'm actually going to have a peach iced tea because I already had a tea and I probably should calm down on the cuppers. I usually drink a lot when it comes to the cold weather. I just drink heaps of tea that's warm, but today I'm having a cold peach iced tea and I'm drinking it in my fancy wine glass. Even though I don't drink wine, I just love the glasses. I love anything that looks fancy because you can put any kind of drink in it. It does not have to be alcohol. You can just have it in something real fancy and you look fancy. But yeah, anyway, grab your drink. I hope that you would consider sticking around and subscribing, and we'll jump straight into the video. Oh, this tea is amazing. Okay, so to get into the first reason of why I got into minimalism, and it's one of the, you're gonna laugh when I tell you, but it's basically because I am very lazy and I really hate cleaning. So the first one is no more cleaning. That is one of the biggest reasons of why I got into minimalism. It was because I really hate cleaning. I really do. And it's no lie. If you ask anyone, I'm just not a person who loves to clean. I don't know why. I just don't like it. I'm pretty sure everyone just doesn't like cleaning anyway. But it's just the fact of, that's the whole reason why I got into it in the first place. So the way I see it is, if I don't have a lot of stuff, or the less stuff I have, the less cleaning I had to do. And that's really one of the biggest reasons of why I wanted to do it in the first place. So yeah, so that's my number one reason of why I got into minimalism. Has it changed my life? Yes. Yes, it has. I'm completely different from what I used to be. I used to like collect everything. Anything I could get my hands on, I would collect it. It was just something I always did. As you can tell up on the bookshelf here, I do collect a lot of crystals. I absolutely love my crystals, and you know, like your tarot cards and stuff like that. But it's just a little hobby thing that I really like, and I think crystals are beautiful. So it's like something that I don't think I could part with. Now, minimalism is completely different for a lot of people. It doesn't have to be a set way. Everyone is different when it comes to this kind of thing. So, I mean, you don't have to have like a set number of how many things you can have. I mean, if you want to, you can. But the way I see it is, I just don't really want to have a bunch of stuff. I'm just kind of over having so many things. It did definitely change my mood and everything, because seeing something clean and a clean space, it's absolutely beautiful. If you hear noise in the background, I do apologize. That is my cat, as always, playing and finding things that I have no idea where he finds. It's usually the kids' room. But yeah, so right now, I just don't want to waste my time in having all this stuff that I don't see the point in having. If I don't use it, or if we don't use it, what's the point of keeping it and taking up space in your house when you could give it to somebody else that actually would use it rather than taking up space? And that space, I have to admit, seeing like a space that is clean and has nothing in it, it actually doesn't look half bad. It actually looks a lot nicer, a lot cleaner, and then you can kind of keep on top of it with your cleaning. So now all I have to do is just keep on top of, like, you know, whether I vacuum. I now literally vacuum twice a week, and I mop once a week depending how I'm feeling because of the whole fibro and fatigue thing. But it's so much better. I have to admit, becoming a minimalist in a lot of aspects of the things that I've gotten rid of, everything just looks cleaner. I don't have a lot of things everywhere, and I'm not going, oh my god, I have to clean, and I was constantly cleaning all the time. So that was definitely one of the reasons why I got into minimalism. Oh, my fingers are getting cold. So for my second reason of why I got into minimalism is because of it being apparently less stressful, and I have to admit, what is he doing? Puss, 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 puss. He's a maniac. What are you doing? What are you doing? He's a nut. Now, I didn't realize this at the time. My first priority was, I want this house clean. And that was why I got right into minimalism. And the more I started reading about it, the more I started watching videos on YouTube and stuff like that, once I actually started eliminating things from the house, and I started with my stuff first, basically, because I don't really believe in touching anybody else's things, because that's their things, and it's kind of rude if you go in and go, you know what, we don't need this, we get rid of this, blah blah blah. I'm not that kind of person. I don't believe in doing that because that's really cruel. I will ask them, I do now actually ask them, you know, do you really play with this? Especially with the kids when it comes to toys and stuff, I ask them, do you really play with this? Do you want it anymore? We do have this rule now where we actually tell them, okay, what toys do you want to get rid of? So that way when we get new toys in, we don't have too many now, which is so good, because we had literally a room for just toys only, and it was packed to the roof. There was too many, and I'm so glad that over half of them are gone now. They still have a fair few toys, which is good. I still think that they could get rid of more, because I don't see them playing with it, a lot of it, but I mean, it's kids, so we'll get there eventually. But I do like it when they donate it to other people that actually could use it, and they just do it off their own back now, which is amazing. But yeah, anyway, going back to what I always go off of topic. Anyway, here we are. So apparently it's less stressful, and yes it is. When the less stuff that we had, the more I decluttered, the more I got rid of things that we definitely didn't use, and we only kept the things that we truly use over and over again, and you will notice which ones you pick out all the time. Since doing that, it is so much better. Like, I feel like a whole weight has been lifted off me. It's so weird. I never really thought things would actually make me feel in a crappy way. I just didn't think that was actually a thing. But it is so much better that now that I've gotten rid of a lot of things, I have to admit, it's definitely less stressful. I feel so much better letting go of all that stuff. We still are, you know, it's a work in progress. It's not going to happen over a night. But I do believe it is it relieves a lot of stress, especially if you have a lot of things like we used to anyway. It's definitely changed, and it's definitely changed the lifestyle that I used to see anyway. And because of me getting rid of things, of my own things, like clothing and like bags, because oh my god, I'm obsessed with bags and shoes and clothes and whatever else I couldn't get my hands on. The more I got rid of things that I didn't think we really used, even the kitchen and stuff like that, I would talk with hubby and go, right, do we really use this? Can I get rid of it? I get him in on it to ask whether he reckons we should keep it or not, because sometimes he cooks as well, so I want to make sure I'm not throwing away something that he's really liking when it comes to cooking. So we kind of come in between, meet in the middle, and decide what should stay, what should go when it comes to the kitchen, bathroom, that kind of thing. And we got rid of a lot actually, which was great. But yeah, so I definitely do think it does relieve a lot of stress when it comes to being a minimalist. It's so awesome. You gotta try it. Okay, Okay, number 3. So for the last one, I only really had a few of reasons why I really got into minimalism. So for the third reason of why I got into it as well, and it kind of did sell it for me a bit more, was the simplicity, like the look of it. It was just the looks that you can see on it. It's absolutely beautiful. I do love the look of it, but don't be fooled, because sometimes seeing too much of the space, like yes, there's maybe that clean and whatnot, but just remember that it might not be for you as well. I totally love it. I love the fact of seeing blank space and putting just a couple of things, or maybe even one thing in that blank space to give it the look. I do like it because to me it's clean and I don't have to clean. So that's another reason why I got into minimalism. I really liked the look of it. I loved how simple it was, and it wasn't like overcrowded and over the top and just crazy. So I do really like that. I don't know why, I just really like it. And I suppose everybody is different when it comes to that kind of thing. I used to like filling every bit of space before, and I don't know why, and I just felt like it was always empty, filling it all the time. But now I'm just like, why? You're spending all this money on crap that you don't probably care about half the time. Majority of it was actually just me wanting to spend money, which is not a good habit to get into. I'm still trying to get out of that. It's very hard, but yeah, I think now I'm slowly pulling back, but it's still a bit of a hard thing to try and get out of. But yeah, I do like the fact of the simple look, which now means I don't go and buy silly things to fill the space. I just keep it simple. Funnily enough, I actually pulled out these like porcelain doll things and like things that I had in boxes for ages, because I was always terrified that they would break if I pulled them out. And you know, they're one of a kind, they were passed down to me, they were given to me as a gift, and they were very, very special to me. And for the first time, I pulled it out of the box to use it as a decoration. And I was so terrified. I'm like, it needs to go back into the box, it's gonna break. And I was so terrified of it. But then I was thinking, well, why put it away in a box where you can't see it? Especially if it really is something that it means to you and it is pretty and you like it and you want to keep it, it should be displayed for everyone to see. So I really like the fact that I eventually did pull it out of the box and then displayed it, because it was something very beautiful for me to see, and now everyone can see it as well. I still panic every now and then thinking it's gonna break, but it should be okay. It should be okay, hopefully. Don't want to jinx it. But yeah, so that was my tips of why, or you know, not tips really, reasons of why I got into minimalism. So I hope that kind of fills the gap of those who kept wondering and asking. So yeah, that's really what my 3 reasons of why I wanted to get into minimalism. I will not turn back now. I think I will keep this lifestyle. I do like the thought of going to the shops and really thinking about it, going, would you rebuy this again? Would you want to keep it for a long time, for like years, forever? I really like thinking about it and not impulsively grabbing it straight away. I really do think about it a lot. My husband says I overthink it, but the way I see it is I'm not wasting money. I'm not just impulsively buying everything that I can see and get my hands on, because then it just causes clutter and then it's just a whole big mess again. But yeah, so I really do like, I love it. I'm so glad that I decided one day, you know what, I'm sick of cleaning. I don't want to do this no more, let's get rid of things. Because that's when minimalism entered the life of our family. And yeah, it was just a wonderful thing. It's so amazing. If you haven't tried it, I do recommend it. It's definitely something worth to think about and consider and have in your lifestyle if you're feeling overwhelmed about everything. But yeah, so definitely consider it. It's really good. So I hope this video was inspiring and helped you kind of understand why I started minimalism, and maybe you actually might consider some of the reasons of why I even started, and go, you know what, actually let's give it a go. Why not? So yeah, if you did like this video, please give it a like and comment and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments of what you thought of the reasons of why I did get into it, and if you got into minimalism as well for any of these reasons as well. I'd like to hear it. And thank you for watching these videos. I really do appreciate it. I love the fact that I am inspiring others out there and helping you guys. And yeah, don't forget to also be positive and give love. Bye.